This is hot flash. This is not. If you have hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause, ask the wrong answer. The number one prescribed hormone preacher.
Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great team.
Always getting ahead of steam. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. They're going to run it. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. Once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got it in the middle, it's Burke. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Jackson gonna throw it. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Escapes the sack. Got his man downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Cameron. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyways, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we're going to go have some.
Looking for the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
That's caught. It's Montgomery. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Got some room in it to the goal line. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has him back, and here comes the Bear offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on it.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Bears are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Fires to the big fella.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hawkins. And he just couldn't get started, goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. now the offense will come onto the field again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll start this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Nixon. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Line is set on third down. Jackson gonna throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Fox. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Right on the money. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
First and goal for the offense. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Robertson. Throws to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I was starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football, and making sure I was in back.
And the Bears can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Prentice. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle. It's Cameron. Fights off a defender. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking to throw. Here's a heat. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll cut this lead down to 5. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
And the Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Grab near the marker, it's Cameron. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wilson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Out of the gun to give to the back. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Direct snap. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
That's his second sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That slices the lead to 2. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about around the globe for a long time. They're up by 18 over South Carolina. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. With the catch, it's Thomas. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Caught near the stick. It's Nixon. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Jackson will throw. Quickly complete. Headed to the end zone. Makes the easy catch and weaves his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Prentice. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Hauls it in and takes it in for a touchdown. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The Bears want to pick up the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle. It's Hawkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Back to throw, it's Robertson. They're working that left side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Shoots his way for more. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
To the air on second down.
What's up, man? What you do?
Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
This
What you
quarterback
doing?
really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out. It's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And it's up and good
What
as
you
they
doing,
draw
buddy?
just a touch closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense is back on the field. Jackson gonna throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the back. The quick out. And the defense That stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Grab near the sticks. It's Montgomery. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They want that clock to run. Running into the open space. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Nixon. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Fox. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
When you talk about versatility in the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Gets open down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Jackson gonna throw it. Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Going to swing it on second down. Complete to the right. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
With the catch, it's Washington. They almost got a first down there, stopped a yard short. It'll be third down. The Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on third down. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We can kick them in the face.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Great place to start for this offense. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game,